Hey everyone, another final order cutoff video for you. This one's going to cover March 23rd. So if you don't want to miss out on some of these books, make sure that you get them ordered. Usually about a day ahead of time is okay, but check with your local shop to see what the rules are. All right, so starting things off, we have something coming to us from Titan Publishing. This is Blade Runner Black Lotus Las Vegas. This is a continuation of the anime from 2021. The main character goes to an eradicated Las Vegas, which is something we've seen in the most recent Blade Runner movie, 2049. And this is a box set. It contains issues 1 through 4, all of the cover A's, and it is limited to 500 copies. So even if you order this one, it's possible that some allocation could occur and you still might not be able to get it. But this is a cool opportunity to own some type of cool box set if you enjoy this universe. So you might want to check it out. All right, and the next up, we have something from Uncivilized Comics, which is someone I had never really been introduced to before. And this is called Brownfield Action Family. This is going to be issue number 1 out of 8 issues. And it follows a struggling man who ends up inheriting his family's martial arts gym. It just turns out that it's not in a great part of town. There's some very mysterious things going on. It's not very safe. And so it really just follows the story of this individual and how they come to terms with this and what interesting things happen. I originally was going to pass on this one, but with a lot of these indie comics, you can end up being surprised. So I'm going to check out issue 1, see what it's all about, and maybe it'll be a hit. Who knows? Next up, we have a new series from Image Comics. This is called Corpse Night. And this follows the story of a father and daughter who are currently living in a war-torn France. Things seem to be going pretty well for them, but the father dies unexpectedly, and he comes back to life as the Corpse Knight. And it's all about their journey. The Corpse Knight is protecting his daughter and the different monsters and things they have to defeat. And so the artwork on this one looks really cool. Very interesting concept, and so definitely can't wait to check this one out. Next up from Oni Press, we have Dead Teenagers. This is issue number 2. There's going to be 5 issues total. This is one that I think is really interesting sounding. It follows a group of friends who end up all dying on the night of a school dance, and they are stuck in some sort of loop. And so every single day is them reliving this activity, and they basically get to a point at which the cycle is broken. And so it follows their story as they are all of a sudden kind of taken out of this loop that they're in, and what does their life or not life look like after this point. So cool concept, definitely checking this one out. All right, and then next up we have something from DC Vertigo. This is one of their new series that's called End of Life. We actually have number 1 second printing and issue number 3 that are both on final order cutoff. I really enjoyed issue number 1. It follows a hitman who ends up, robbing the wrong person. It ends up being like a mob boss of sorts. And so this bombastic, over the top hitman has to basically go into hiding. He chooses to go back to his hometown, which is a small town in the Midwest. And it's really just all about him going back to where he's from with this larger than life attitude and having to stay in the Midwest, which very much doesn't agree with the type of person he is now. So it's a really fun issue, and I'm enjoying it so far. We'll see what it has in store. Then we have something from Boom Studios that a lot of you will be familiar with. This is The Fall of the House of Slaughter. This is issue number 1. This is obviously tied in the Something is Killing the Children universe, which is massively popular. They've already announced that there's going to be some type of adaptation, I think, on Netflix. They also just announced a first novel that they're going to have. So if you are interested in the universe of Something is Killing the Children, this is one that you won't want to miss. You're probably already aware of it, but nonetheless, definitely checking this one out. Then we have a new series from Image that's called Fireborn that is tied up in the world of Lost Fantasy, which is another series that came out last year. If you're a fan of the type of story that the Final Fantasy video games play, this is definitely something that you might want to check out. It very much follows that same look and feel and storytelling. And it's been pretty cool. Nothing amazing, but just a really good, consistent read that's got some interesting things going on, so maybe check it out. Then we have another series from Image. This is Battle Beast, issue number 8. Obviously, this is huge because of the Invincible universe, but this series specifically I thought was a really fun read. I'm not someone who has read Invincible or even watched the show, so I was a little nervous jumping into this one, but it's very enjoyable. If you go into it just looking for some good action, you're really, really going to like this one. And then, speaking of Lost Fantasy, we have issue number 9 from Image Comics. Again, this is just a really cool story that follows Final Fantasy video game like type of story. So definitely check this one out if that sounds interesting. All right, another one from Image. This is called Malevolent. This is issue number 3. The story really follows humanity as demons have been unleashed on the world. And so humans basically create a new form of life that is set to combat the demons and hopefully destroy them. But will this new form of life actually pose a threat to humanity? We don't know, but we're going to find out. Pretty cool series. Nothing that really grabs me, but it's been a pretty fun read. And so I'm going to keep checking it out at least for a few issues. All right, next up we have another series from Image. This is called Narco. This is issue number 2. And I really, really enjoyed issue number 1. I thought they did everything right from a first issue perspective. This follows the story of a man who has narcolepsy, and increased stress brings on his episodes that he's dealing with. And so when he's going to be going on a date with a woman, he ends up finding out that she is murdered, which causes him to pass out from his narcolepsy. And when he wakes up, he is now a suspect in the murder. And so he now has to go and try and prove his innocence, which is going to be interesting because I'm assuming that's very stressful, which is going to bring on his narcoleptic episodes. And so this one just sounds super cool. And I'm really glad I picked this one up. Then we have Redcoat number 17 from Image Comics and the team at Ghost Machine who is killing it. I love this series. They just announced a film adaptation not too long ago. If you are a fan of a retelling of historical events, especially if they take a really cool twist on it that involves magic and just a lot of fun things, you'll definitely enjoy this one. Only thing I would say is it's a little bit dialogue heavy, but it's nothing you can't get past. Just have to read it a little bit slow, and it's very entertaining. Then another series that I'm super excited for. This is from Ignition Press. It's called Ripcord. Issue number 1, I really liked. It follows the story of a woman who is looking for her sister who has gone missing. There is a drug in this world that's called Ripcord that is basically tearing everyone apart that has ever had any type of connection to it, whether it's themselves or family members. And so she is traveling to Australia to try and find her sister in a really dangerous territory. She has some type of training, so she's a badass. And so it's really just her quest to find her sister, and it's looking to be really, really good. And Ignition Press is just really nailing everything they're doing right now. And then we're going to wrap things up with another series from Ignition Press that I'm really enjoying, which is called Roots of Madness. This is issue number 6. It follows the story of a woman who is kind of into herbalism and alchemy. And this takes her down a path of learning more about her family and the fact that they were very deeply rooted in some very mysterious parts of this alchemy, if you will. And she's placed in a situation in which she can do some really good things for people, but is she kind of going too far, and is she being taken advantage of? And this has just been a really great series that is highly entertaining, really fun to read, very interesting. And so definitely check this one out too. Anything from Ignition Press, like I said, has been fantastic. So all right, well, that's all I have for you. I hope that you are enjoying this video series, and let me know in the comments if there's something you would like to see. But thanks for watching. Have a great one.